This is Edward Wolfsbane. This is LARP Dreams Part 3. Going back to the Brotherhood of Steel, well, at that point in time, me and the wife had discovered Renaissance festivals. So I kept trying to explain to her that I have this dream of this LARP thing that would be like a Renaissance festival. And, but instead of just walking around going to shops, you would actually be living in this village that I'd came up for the concept of a LARP park. And it was amazing that a bunch of my friends that were nerd gamers completely were against this idea. They like, that wouldn't work, you know. And I'm like, look, man, back in the late 90s, they had land out here for maybe a few $100 an acre, you know. So I was saying we could get some rural land and make a park. Well, the Brotherhood of Steel, like I said, me and the wife have been going to Renaissance festivals. My wife, who's not a social person whatsoever, walks up, and she's being incredibly social at this time, and tells a bunch of the young ladies who are the nobility of the group that, hey, by the way, I'm a garber. You know, she makes really cool costumes for very cheap, and they needed some help because their costumes were really bad for the most part. And she's like, hey, you know, I can help out. I can do all this other stuff. And the bitches at the table sat there, stared at her, and said nothing. Now, my wife had put herself out there, and she's not a social person. She has social anxiety. This didn't go over very well. So needless to say, I, you know, started having trouble having her want to go out there. The second thing that happened was the guy that was running the website, his current girlfriend at the time, was the noble leader of the group that they voted in every 6 months. He had a made-up title of a seneschal or a bot or or the chaplain of the group. You know, he'd always make up titles so he couldn't get voted in or couldn't get voted out. Basically, you know, the webmaster of that group decided that this guy has creativity and he might be able to help out the group and it will diminish my shine. He decided that in every possible way, fashion, shape, or form that he was going to be against me. And I'll get to part 3 in a little bit. It gets crazy.